Okay, great, 11th. So on this one, I want us to work on a code. So there are some of the things that you need to understand when it comes to a code. So we'll focus on the volume and we'll also discuss the surface area of a code. So we'll also discuss the surface area. Okay, so now when you look at this code, just note that you see this type here. Uh, just note that your height, it will be perpendicular to your radius, because this point here, that will be your R, which is your radius. This will be your H, which is your height, and this will be the slant height. Okay, so now there are formulas that we need to discuss when it comes to calculating the volume and the surface area. So in an exam, they won't give you this formula sheet. You just have to know this formula. So this is 1 over 3 pi r squared h, and the surface area, it will be pi r squared plus pi r s. Okay, so we're going to look at one example on how to apply these formulas to answer some of the questions, but this is just a simple uh, question, okay? But you need to pay attention when it comes to this. Let's say that you are given the slant height as 13 centimeter. Let's say this is 13 centimeter and you are given the radius. So you are given this part here, the radius. Let's say your R is given as 5 centimeter. And now H is unknown. We don't know the height of this. And then the first question says, find H. Okay, so what are you going to do to find H? Let's say first question wants you to find H. Okay, so H is the height, right? So H is the height. And if I go to my cone, I can see that this part here of H and that part of the slant height and the radius, they give me a right angle triangle. So this tells you that you need to go back to grade 11 and revise theorem of Pythagoras. So I'm just going to redraw my diagram here. So this is right angle triangle that has the radius of 5 centimeter. And what else do we have on the other side? This is 13 centimeter. Okay, let me just okay, so this one, we are saying this one is 13 centimeter, right? And this one is H, which is what we are looking for. So to find H, I'm going to use theorem of Pythagoras. Remember theorem of Pythagoras, it says this will be your R squared, it will be X squared plus Y squared. So you just have to understand that your R squared in this diagram is 13, so this will be 13 everything squared, and then we're going to equate this to your X, which is 5 squared. Your Y, that's the opposite, it's H. So I'm just going to substitute this and say this is H squared. Then from there, 13 squared, if you punch that on the calculator, what do you get? 169. 5 squared plus 25, and then we add H squared. So making H subject of the formula, I'm just going to move the 25 to the other side, and this gives us 169. We subtract 25, and then equate this to your H squared. Okay, let's solve the 2 on the left-hand side, and this is equals to H squared. So I can just square both sides to make H subject of the formula. So the square root of 124, that's 12 centimeter. So 12 centimeter, that is H. So now that you have H, you need to know the next question that they'll ask you. So the first question they ask you to find age, and the next question they'll just want you to find the the next question they'll ask you to find surface area. Can we just say SA for surface area? So what you need to do, you need to write down the formula of surface area, because it's pi r squared plus pi rs. Then you do the substitution. This will be pi. Where there's r, you substitute your radius, which is 5. Remember the radius of the cone is 5. Then from there, this will be pi 5. And then please make sure that you square this one. Then we're going to add pi rs. So that will be pi into 5. Then your radius, this should be pi into 5 times s, which is the slant height, which was given as 13. So now you need to punch this on the calculator correctly. I'm going to help you with that so that you don't make mistakes when you get in an exam, because now you need to practice how to put this correctly in the calculator. So this will be shift, this pi down there, then multiply inside the bracket. I'm just going to put 5 squared, then I'm going to add a shift, then pi there, multiply inside the bracket. I'm going to put 5. You see, I forgot to write 5 squared. So I'm going to explain why it is important that we go back there and say this is, oh, the other part doesn't have a squared. Okay, so all good. This is multiplied by 13, then close the bracket. This gives us 90 pi. If you press SD, that's 282.74. Now, since you will be doing metric next year, there's something that I need to highlight. So if this is 282.74, don't leave your answer like this. Surface area, it should be in centimeter squared. And also your age, don't say 12, but you should say centimeter. So they also look out for that SI unit, okay? And that's it for this one. This was just an introduction on a cone. So on the next lesson, we're going to work more examples on a cone. We'll also go into some of the past papers, how to expect the questions that are based on a cone on measurement. Thank you very much for watching. If this is your first time watching my lessons, please make sure that you join the family, subscribe to the channel, and make sure that you leave a comment. Help the channel to grow. Thank you very much.